Hi, this is Mandy with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today's class is Paid Ads 101. Paid ads is a way that you can do social paid ads, basically create paid ads through your command account to display on social platforms, even including Google now, and things like that. So these are ads that you can pay for to draw and direct business, to your website, to your branding, and get more awareness and to capture leads ultimately. And so I'm going to show you how you can do that through command. The first thing I actually want to show you guys is how to get the prep work done ahead of time. So if you're here with me live, drop the questions in the chat as we go. If you're watching this back on recording, you can always reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com and we'll be happy to see how we can help you. So first things first, you do need to have a Facebook account and you also need to have a Facebook business page. So first thing, I'm going to jump over to another tab here and sign into my Facebook page or Facebook account rather. So you sign into your personal Facebook account. And then from there, I want to show you how to create a business page. You can do this in just a couple of seconds. And after that, I'll show you what to do if you already have that business page created. Okay. So first things first, zoom in here a little bit, make it a little clearer for you guys. Right up here on the top right, if you are on a desktop, you will see the 9 squares that make a bigger square. It's the menu. So if you click that, you actually have a new create menu or newer create menu right here on the right where you can easily come right to the page option and click create page. This is how you can create a business page right from here. On the left-hand side, it's just a few things required to get it started. So you can enter your page name however you would like that to be displayed. You can also choose the category. This is a required field, so you can just begin entering real estate, and there's several options that you can choose. You can choose more than one. Bio is an optional field. You can edit any of this actually later, but for today, we're going to enter just a little text there so you can see where it displays on the right-hand side for your business page. So as you're filling in the information on the left, you will see it populate on the right-hand side as a preview. Okay. Something else that's super helpful here. Notice the views up here on the top right. I can view the laptop or desktop view and also a mobile view of this page. Okay. That's it, guys. That's the basics. You can go ahead and create page from right here. It takes just a second. And then it lets you know that it was created. Now, notice your page health is fair. The more information you fill out, the better your health is. We definitely recommend going through and filling out all the pertinent information, and you would just continue to click next as you move through that. We do have a tip video that goes through this in great detail and shows you how to even go back and make edits to the page and things like that. So we recommend checking that out. This is as far as I'm going to go today. I just want you to have the absolute basics to know, hey, you need to have a Facebook business page in order to link it to your command account. Okay. All right. Now that that is done, I'm going to go ahead and X out of that. It brought me to my page, gives you a couple of pop-ups here, but here you see I'm viewing my business page. Now, notice on the left-hand side, I've got some options. I'm actually going to go all the way back to the personal Facebook page. I want to show you how to navigate to get to your business page to get right here if you already had your business page created. Okay. So I'm going to go to the top right hand corner and just go to my personal profile. I can click Facebook in the top left as well just to see my feed. And this way, I just want you to have something to navigate from. So again, if you had just signed into Facebook, this is what you would be seeing. If you already have a business page, there's a couple of ways to get to it. You can obviously see over here on the left, maybe you have it to where your shortcuts will show, and you can go ahead and click on this to the left to view your business page. But I want to come over here to the right and click my face in the top right hand corner, and I can actually swap over to those business pages, whichever one that you want to use. And that's how you would get to your business page. The purpose of showing you this is you want to come in here to your Facebook business page once it is created. We'll click it in the top left to actually view the page and get away from the feed. There we go. So you can see we're right back where we were, okay? The purpose of coming here again to show you this after you've created your business page is you need to make sure that you have the permissions on this Facebook page to be able to run those ads and to be able to connect it to command. And so from here, you would actually come over here to the left-hand side and choose Insights. There we go. And then you would choose Page Access, which is down just a little bit. Sorry, if you see me pause, guys, I'm just letting more people in from the waiting room. Page Access right here on the left-hand side. And right here, people with Facebook access. You should see yourself. If you do not see yourself, you need to speak with the person who actually runs or manages that Facebook page and have them add you for permissions, okay? So here you can obviously see that the permissions are on for ads. You can see it listed right here. Again, if you have any questions about this or you are not seeing yourself in the list, you can reach out to us again and we can help you and provide resources on how to get that adjusted so that you can use this page. That is as far as we're going to go in Facebook at the moment. So I'm actually going to bounce back over to Command now. The next part of the prep work, now that you have a Facebook account created, you also have a Facebook business page, and you know that you have the proper permissions on that Facebook business page. Now we can connect it to Command in order to prepare for those ads. So let's go to our Command tab at the top left, sign into Command. And from here, you used to go up here to the top right and go under Settings. I'm going to go there just to show you that it has moved, that if you do find yourself back here trying to connect your Facebook, that there is now a red banner. If it would load, there we go, where your Facebook Ads Manager is, and it does let you know it has recently moved. And to connect the account, you need to go to the paid ad settings. Okay, you can click this and it is a shortcut to go where I'm fixing to show you, but I want to show you the long way just so you know how to get there. Okay, so for orientation, I'll just come back here to my command dashboard. On the left-hand side, you have a campaigns tab. If you're not familiar with your icons yet, you can click the red square and click campaigns. Now you can come here to the paid ads tab if you would like, but over here on your right, you actually have a quick start link. So go ahead and click paid ad quick start. It's going to open a different server here. There we go. All right. So this is where your paid ads live in your command account. So there's several things back here that I'm going to go over with you and give you a general navigation. But for right now, I want to stay focused on the topic of connecting your Facebook page to your command account. So the next thing that you would do in order to do that is over here on the left-hand side under Assets and Facebook Pages. You can see you can connect multiple pages to this. Also, little side note, if you are on a team, you want to have made sure that you are actually on that team profile in command before coming back here to your paid ads quick start. Today, working in a solo agent account here is what we are focusing on to show you. But just know that you're on a team, you'll want to be on that team profile before you come back here to connect pages, especially if you're looking to run those ads on your team or on your team profile for your team. Okay. So as you can see, we have a couple of Facebook pages already connected. I'm going to disconnect this one so that we can reconnect it. And you'll just click on Facebook page. From here, you can continue with Facebook. If you're not already logged in, it may ask you at this point to log in. Since we were logged in on a different tab, we will just hit continue. Since I had it previously connected, it's asking if I want to use that one or to log in with another account. It is the same account, so I'm just going to click Edit Previous Settings. You click on whichever one is applicable to you. And from here, this is a little bit of a janky page, guys. The reason being is if you click opt in for all current and future businesses to allow this campaign to be connected for all future business, um, or you have the option to opt in to current businesses only. If you want to choose current businesses only, notice it says we do not have a business page yet. Do not panic. It just needs to refresh. For some reason, this page has stayed this way. Hopefully, it will be updated soon. I can click the top option and click continue, and then it refreshes that same exact page. Now, the option to opt in current pages only is here. And I can select all the business pages that I want to connect or as few as you want to connect. You should see your business pages here. If you do not, that's something you can reach out to us about to help troubleshoot, but chances are it's logged into the wrong personal account, so it's not seeing your Facebook page, or you might not have the permissions on that Facebook page that you're trying to connect. Okay. So we will choose the demo business page that we just created, and we'll go ahead and leave this multiple one here and choose continue. From here, it's just giving you a brief overview that we did select 2 different pages. When you're done reading that, you can click save. And now it has been connected to our campaign connection. We'll click got it. Notice it's moving us back from Facebook, going back over to our command. And now it's asking us to add Facebook and continue with that process. When we have the drop down here is when we have connected more than one Facebook page. Notice both of the ones I selected are here in the menu. You can choose which one you want to connect. We will stick with the one we just created and click next. Hopefully it goes a little quicker normally. And I did jump out of that Facebook page a little quick, so there, it did work. Good job. So your page has been successfully linked and lets you know that it wants you to accept Facebook lead terms of service. So you can skip or continue, hit continue to accept. You can read over these as carefully as you would like. Click accept when done. It has been accepted. I should be able to come back to my command account now and see that my Facebook page was connected. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close these extra tabs for the Facebook, and our Facebook page is connected. So that was the second piece to doing the prep work to your paid ads. The next, you want to have some content for your designs, right? Or for your paid ads. And you can do that within the designs tab within your command account. I'm not going to show you how to do this in detail, but I am going to take you there. So we'll click the KW in the top left. And I just want you to be familiar with where your social templates are. So we will click on the campaigns tab, designs tab on the left. It's a little paintbrush on a square. And just a little shortcut here, you can create design and choose social. It will get you to the exact same place I'm fixing to take you, but you can also click import design and it just takes you there a little faster. So we're coming back here to where our social and print designs live. There is a place for templates on the top left. There we go. And now we have templates all over here on the left-hand side that you can come in and choose from. You do not have to start from scratch and recreate the wheel. There's a lot to be had over here. One of my favorites is lead generation section. You can come in here for I love KW or maybe some client love if you would like. There's even a market expert. Notice that the templates are changing over on the right as I'm clicking different topics. You can come in here and grab any of the ones that you would like. The types are right here at the top, like under Market Expert, there's a social square. So if I choose that, it will show me all the templates that are ready to go in social format. If you come back up to listings, that usually has a little more options. So if I were doing a just listed for a listing, notice that you have a lot more options here at the top. So you do have your socials for wide, square, stories, just several other options that you can come in here and choose from with your templates. Once you have found one that you would like to use, you can simply click on it and get started with editing it. Okay, so we'll just click to use this one, just showing you that it brings you into your editor. If you are not familiar with this or would like to learn more, we have a class that goes over how to create those social design pieces and also Designs 101. So you can come in here and view those in detail. We will go through all the different components with you to show you how to do that. For today, I'm just showing you the flow, the workflow for getting ready for your paid ad. Okay, so you can come in here and create the view that you would like and create the branding, swap out the logos, whatever you would like to do. Once you are done, I always recommend clicking on download and just make sure that you're downloading a copy of that design just as a backup, guys. You probably will never need it, but it's just a fail safe. So I'm just going to go ahead and download it as a PNG just to have it done. I'm going to change the name up here really quick. There we go. And now once you're done making all of your edits, you can simply click done on the far right hand corner. It should bring you back out to your designs dashboard. And you should see the piece that you just worked on right here showing. And notice it is a social piece. It will need to be a social piece in order to add it to a paid ad campaign. Okay, so a social piece. Also, it can be an image file that you have on your device if you've created it in another platform, third-party platform like Canva or something like that. You can save it as an image to your device and also use those for paid ad campaigns. Okay, so from here, that is it pretty much for the prep work. Now we can actually jump into the paid ad section, do our general overview, and then I'll actually walk you through the campaign and how to create it, how to answer each field and get it ready to go. Okay, so let's jump back over to our campaigns tab here, the little megaphone. Use our paid ad quick start link right here to the right and come back here to our paid ads. All right, so this is our paid ads again, should look familiar. I'm going to briefly go over the left-hand side, and then we're going to jump into all of these paid ad options in detail, okay? So right here on your dashboard, this is your quick start menu, and each square that you're seeing is a different paid ad that you can actually run. On the left-hand side from programs, these are going to be the paid ads that you have run or are currently running. They would appear here. You would have different columns to share different information for each one. And actually, if you had a paid ad here to click on, that's where you can actually see a preview of what it looks like. We get asked a lot when you run a paid ad if there's a way to actually get a link so you can go and view it live on the social platform or on Google. It does not produce that. However, if you were here under programs and you click on that particular campaign, it would show you a preview. Okay. One of the newest features here underneath the programs tab as well is you can actually duplicate your paid ads now. If you ran a paid ad previously and you do not want to have to recreate it, there's an option now to duplicate. The two things that you would have to reset up on it is your duration, the time that you want it to run, and your budget. Okay. So as long as you choose the time and the budget on that new cloned ad, you'll be good to go. So it makes it a little faster. Just wanted you to be aware of that new feature that's within this section. On the left-hand side, automations, we're going to skip this for now. Just know that this is where it lives for you if you're setting up those. And assets down here for Facebook pages. This is again where we connected our Facebook page. Leads, when you are running your paid ads, if you used if you used one of your KW website or landing pages as the capture form, or you let Facebook capture the leads for you, your leads from your campaign will come right here so that you can preview them when they're coming in, what campaign they came from. They will also generate in your command contacts tab. Okay. The only difference, and the reason I'm being super clear here, is when we jump into the paid ads in a minute, you will see there is an option for you to use your own lead capture form. So if you have gone and created that on a third party, think about like a Google form. If you've created a Google form and you want that to be your landing page for your ad, then those leads that are captured will go to that third party. They won't show here within your command. You will need to manually import those into your command after they're captured. Okay. But I'll show you the best way today to use landing pages that will automatically get your contacts into command. This is just kind of like a preview area where you can check on those leads and make sure they're coming in. Absolutely, Sherry. We are recording this today. It will be posted on the YouTube channel within about 24 hours. There is also an archive that is already there for the paid ads class we taught back in May, that you can actually go back, slow it down, pause it, follow along if you need to. So that is accessible today right after class. Okay. You're welcome. No problem. Thanks for asking a question. And then on the left-hand side, you do have your media library that will show you the media that you did use previously when building paid ads. So you can see some of the items that are here listed underneath our media assets. You can also add new media here. For the time being, I'm going to show you how to add these in right into your paid ad when you're creating them. It's just back here under your assets if you ever need to come and check it out. Okay. Desiree, great question. When a lead comes in, yeah, absolutely. That's the whole name of the game, right? You have to respond quickly to those leads. If it is, this is going to make more sense when I jump into the paid ads. That's why I'm pausing because I want to make sure I'm being super clear. Again, if you use a Facebook lead capture form or one of your KW website or landing pages to capture the leads, meaning those contacts will come immediately into your command database, then yes, command will give you notifications. Okay. But if you're using a third party like Google Forms, you really need to check with that third party to see what kind of notification they are providing when a lead is captured. Okay. But if we use one of the ones I'm going to show you today, especially that come right into command, 100%, you're going to get those notifications. All right. So that's our general overview, guys, just a general navigation, you primarily will only stick to programs right here. Um, Pretty much once you get your ads up and running, because you'll come here just to see what you have running. But for today, I'm going to jump back up to dashboard and get you started on how to read this. First of all, that's a lot of color and a lot of icons, right? I want to show you what they all mean. And then we're going to jump in and actually go through each one in depth. Okay. So now that we're sitting here viewing our dashboard, notice we have three options at the top. We can see all kinds of objectives, excuse me, for your Facebook ads right here, or your paid ads. But then it breaks it down into generate traffic ads and to generate leads ads. Hopefully that is self-explanatory. If you're trying to drive traffic, like let's say you're trying to drive traffic to your KW agent site, so that it starts actually appearing higher in search engine results and things like that. The more traffic you get to your site, the higher it goes. So maybe you just want to generate traffic to up your brand and to get your website out there, be a resource to leads, right? You can do that here. And I'll show you how it'll change. It shows you the 8 that actually do that. And then you can click on generate leads if you're actually wanting to capture some leads, and shows you which ones will do that for you too. Okay. It doesn't mean you won't get leads from the other ones. It's just this is the objective of those paid ads. Okay. Let's come back over to see all of them so I can show you a side-by-side comparison, and hopefully it is not too tiny on your screen. I'll zoom in just a hair just to make it a little bit bigger for you guys, because I want to be able to show you the wording on these. And so pretty self-explanatory on the social icons. When you see the F for Facebook, that means the paid ad will run on the Facebook platform. Same with Instagram. You can see their little camera here. When you see that icon, it means that paid ad will also run on your Instagram account if it is linked properly. Okay. If we come on down, you'll start to notice that those icons on the right-hand side do change a little. We have a G right here. Whenever you see that G, it actually is a Google search ad. These are the ads that are displayed on Google search engine. Whenever you go to google.com and you start looking up something, it's the ads that actually appear there. They don't use images or videos, and usually a listing is not involved either. It's just a simple ad to get in front of the people searching for real estate on Google. Okay, so you'll see this. Notice that is a monthly recurring subscription. This is a monthly subscription that you're paying for, you're signing up for, because the longer you run that type of paid ad, the better results you get. Brand awareness, right? It's just repeated exposure over time. So that is one of the options back here for paid ad campaigns. The other that you're seeing down here, the little Google, I call it the TP, Google arrow, whatever you want to call it. This is actually Google AdSense, or the Google Display Network. And what that means is these are actually ads that will display on specific websites. They will use images or like a listing. It's more of a traffic ad, which means it's not using a form to capture leads. It's relying on destination websites and landing pages that you're using, like drawing traffic to get to your website, like we talked about earlier. These show up on websites. Have you ever looked at like a recipe website and all the ads pop up everywhere and you can barely read it, or maybe a news article, right? So those ads that pop up on people's sites, that's where your ad would show. It would show in different places like that. Okay. Just the difference between the Google Ads, AdSense, and the Google search ads. Okay. You'll also know we have one little TikTok down here. This is a video only paid ad that you can run on TikTok. So those are the social platforms that you can run paid ads on from here. And then over here on the left-hand side, the bigger icon is just a way of command letting you know what these are for. Yep, Shantae, you can. And we do have some tip videos on how to do Instagram pages, and how to get them connected to command. They may need a little updating because I know Instagram just went through a big update. Um, but yes, if you have your Instagram connected to command and your Instagram connected to your Facebook, you can also use these paid ads to run on that Instagram platform. Okay. And so from here on the left-hand side, when you see the house, these are listing paid ads. When you see the one here that just says the word ad, that is a non-listing ad. Think about like an event that's not necessarily tied to a listing. Okay. If you come down here and see the house in the hand, it's to attract sellers. And if you see money in a hand, it's an ad specifically for attracting buyers. If you're in leadership, you might see the recruiting paid ad available here. And if you go down, that should be all of our little icons. Yep, they just repeat after that. But that's the general thing with the icons, okay? So just know you have a difference of if you want to attract sellers, or you already have a listing, or you have an event, or you want to attract buyers, okay? Not just one photo for ads. Nope, there's actually multiple, like right here, multiple image carousel for your paid ads. And then you do have some paid ads that are just a single image or a single video right here. So you absolutely can use, like this is a multi-listing. So it's a multi-image carousel that you can put multiple listings on in an ad. So it's pretty dynamic. Okay. All right. And so since we've gone through and touched on the different ads that you can run, the last thing I want to make sure you see on these is the form that it uses to capture that information. Okay. Right here, you'll see in the blue, it says includes Facebook lead form. Facebook has a way of capturing leads. Sometimes the lead doesn't even have to fill out any information. If they already have permissions set on, oh, good, Desiree. If you have settings set up on your Facebook account to allow your information to be captured, sometimes those leads don't even need to fill out information. They would just need to click on your ad. The information is automatically captured and put into your command account versus they do have a Facebook lead form that can be used if that person does not have those settings and they will be prompted to enter their information. Facebook will capture that lead for you and it will make its way magically over into your command account. That is when you see this blue banner. Facebook is using their own form to capture that information. But if you scroll down a hair, you do have options here like the beige banner that says use your own landing page lead form, especially on like the traffic ads. Remember, you're focusing on driving traffic to a particular site, but it's not necessarily for capturing leads. But you can have, like on your KW agent site, you know how you have a contact me form on there. Technically, that is a lead capture form. You can use your website homepage or any website page that you've created that has a capture form on it as your landing page and still capture leads on a traffic ad. I hope that makes sense. But just know for these, you would want to have your own landing page. It can be a website page or a KW landing page or something you've even created on a third party, especially if you have like a custom site or something like that. You just need to have your own place that you want these people to go to once they click on your ad. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and start jumping in, and we're going to walk through a paid ad together. Depending on how many questions and how quickly we go, we may be able to get through several of the paid ads today. So I'll show you several types because the targeting does change depending on the type that you choose. Your ability to target changes. So let's go ahead and scroll up to the top and let's start with our single image right here. Single image listing for Facebook and Instagram. We'll click on that. I'm going to take a quick sip of water, just a second. All right. So from here, this is what it looks like when you start building your campaign, okay? Your paid ad campaign. we're going to have two different pages we go through. The first, we're going to enter details. The second, we're going to finalize and publish it. On the left-hand side, as I begin to scroll down, this is where we enter our information. And on the right-hand side, you will see a real-time preview of that ad. It will change as you are editing, okay? So at the top, first thing we choose is our Facebook page. Remember, you can connect multiple ones to your command account. So now you're just picking the one you want this campaign to run on. So we will choose the new one that we just added, demo business page. Yep, sorry, I was paused just a quick second to read the questions coming in. So Desiree, I will go over that budget in just a second for sure. We'll explain how you can budget for a certain duration or the different ones that have a monthly subscription. Um, does this show on Facebook and Instagram at the same time? Again, if you have your Instagram connected to your command and to your Facebook page, yes. When you run this paid ad, that ad will be running on your Instagram and Facebook. Okay. So we'll click demo business page right here for Facebook page. Notice it's a little, gives you that little circle that is refreshing on the right, but we haven't changed anything just yet. If we scroll down, you do have an option right here to choose a listing for this particular ad. So we'll go ahead and please add listing. We'll click that. And you can search through here. Let me go back. I had grabbed a listing previously that we can grab if it'll let us search. So from right here, to be pulling in like this, hopefully you have your MLS synced, and then it'll show properly for you. I just want to show you have some filters that you can begin searching through. It first gives you like a street address that you can filter through if you want. So if I were to put in, um, there we go. So it's actually updating in real time behind there, and you can continue adding additional features, or so you can choose whichever one it meets. You can change your columns and search by like MLS ID, by price, listing agent. There's some options back here so you can kind of hunt and peck to find what you're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and close that second filter so that we can just find this. And hopefully if I click off of that, it will pull this listing correctly. Sometimes if you enter too much of the address, it can be a little finicky, guys. Definitely be patient with it. While that's thinking, great, it didn't pull my listing. All right, let's go back and see if I can pull it by MLS. Click off. Hopefully it's going to update. And over here on the right-hand side for columns, you can actually come over here and decide which columns are showing and which ones aren't. So you can toggle off the ones that you don't feel are pertinent. Like you can keep county and postal code if you want, listing agent, price if you want to search by that, image if you feel like that helps you. And you can go ahead and click off columns and notice it adjusted in real time. You can also filter these. Notice it says one active filter. That's when you're creating them up here. So that's just an indicator to let you know which ones you're filtering by. I'm going to scan really super quick here just to see if we can find our little guy. And if we can't, that's okay. I'll just choose a different one. Let me just remove my filter. It'll be easier for you guys because you have listings. Since this is a demo account, we're kind of at the mercy of what it pulls. Okay, so let me go and pull listing status real quick. Find us an active one that has a photo so I can show you what it looks like on the ad. I'm just waiting on it to upload so I can see a photo here because I want you to be able to see what the right-hand side looks like on that ad to grab a photo. Bless it. I really need this to work. All right. Well, it's being a little finicky today, and I apologize. This is tech in real time for you guys. Let me see if I can refresh those photos to come through. I'm gonna drive it crazy just a second. I'm just gonna add a postal code to get it to a smaller area so it's not pulling from all the MLSs. There we go. I gave it a little bit of an easy time. So let me just grab one of these really quick here and we'll choose select once you've selected your listing, okay? Now it will update on the left and also on the right. And again, I just wanted to make sure I had a photo because there's a couple of items I want to show you. Notice it used the main photo that is available on the MLS and automatically put that into our ad. I will show you how to adjust that if it's not the photo you want to use, okay? So after you enter your listing, you can come down to targeting. Now, there's two options on this particular type of paid ad. It's a listing location, which means it's going to pull from that listing that you just entered and do a radius around it for targeting. Okay. So you can choose, you can obviously see you can change it. I could sit here and type in the miles if I want, or use the slide bar to pick a big or as little area as I want for that targeting. Just keep this in mind, guys, when you're budgeting, when you're thinking about how much money you want to spend and how long you want to run the ad, because sometimes it's better to have a smaller, concentrated area to work in where you're really saturating it to get better results. If you are sitting here and going out to a 47-mile radius in every direction of this listing, but you're working with a $10 budget. You see what I'm saying? So just keep this in mind when you're looking on how much you want to spend. Sometimes it's much, much better, especially for brand awareness, to keep saturating that one particular area to get your brand known. Okay. Oh, I'm fixing to show you, Desiree. I love your eagerness, Desiree. You are just in here with the questions and all the question marks. I absolutely love it. Thank you for bringing that energy today. And so for targeting right here, so we just went over listing location. Now I'm going to show you what the custom does. If you choose custom location, you get to enter up to 10 different city names or postal codes that you can run this ad in, especially like back in the day before I retired from real estate, there was I was licensed in multiple states, so I know a lot of agents out there are, especially if you live like on a state line. And so maybe there's multiple counties in multiple states that you actually want to target. So you can do that right here. It's built for that. So I could come in here and start entering the zip code, and it will list off cities that are associated with that postal code. And you can choose them from the drop down. If you know another one that's close to that particular area, you can come in and begin entering it as well. Or it doesn't have to be near that area either. It can be over in Timbuktu if you want it to be. So you just go ahead and enter as many postal codes as you want. I, again, just feel it'd be pertinent to say, keep in mind your saturation. If you're working with a smaller budget, but you're going to try to scatter your ad over a gazillion different locations, you might not get the genuine quality results that you're looking for. Okay. Or quantity results more specifically. Those are your two targeting options with this particular ad. There are other ads that will actually let you target your database. As long as you put over like 100 contacts to be targeted at a time, it will let you choose your database to target as well. Okay. That's a sticky question, Sherry, about advertising someone else's listing. You definitely want to check with your local market center to see what your compliance regulations are like in your area to make sure you are compliant with that. And it's always it's good business as well to always check with that listing agent and make sure that you have the permission to do that. Okay. Absolutely. But a lot of people do that. A lot of top producers in the office will want your help in advertising that listing and will let other agents advertise their listings. So it's definitely a possibility. It's a great way to get started too. If you're a newer agent and don't have any listings of your own, go find somebody who does. They will love that. Yeah, Desiree, exactly. Ask. They don't mind. Agreed. Desiree, so that will allow it to only go to people in those postcodes. That means your ad, so it was Facebook and Instagram, right? So this means your ads will show up for people that have that are in those zip codes, if that makes sense. So it depends on the lead and what zip code is associated with their account. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and jump back in um, and go past targeting. Now let's go to media type. Remember it added the front photo for the MLS? I can stick with image if I want, but I have a choice right here. I can choose from the drop down and it will show you every single image that is associated with that MLS listing. And you can choose a different photo for the front photo if you want, or for the ad photo, I should say. So let's just scroll down. This one looks like it has a lot of light in it. It's teeny on the left, but let's see what it turns out to be on the right. Um, it will refresh. There we go. All right, so kitchen photo. So you just choose whichever photo you want to use, or you can upload a custom image. Remember, we created a design, a social piece. Maybe you don't want it to be just of this particular listing. You want it to be something that you created out of designs. You can upload that under custom image right here. And you can also upload a different image that maybe you created like in Canva or something like that. So you have options. You also have a video option here as well. You can click on this to select from your media library and your device. Okay. Notice it updated over here on the right, like it's going to play the video. So you can do that. Just know there's a little bit of restrictions. It needs to be an MP4 or a .mov video format, and it can't be over 90 megabytes. Okay. So definitely know that you have that choice. We're going to swap it back to image. We'll just let it roll. And then down here under text, you can actually change this. This is kind of neat. You have a lot of options. Let me go down on our preview so that you can see. We're going to be adjusting the text above and below this image. So on the body text on this field right here, you will notice that that is at the top of the image, and you can adjust that. It does have merge tags. See how it says city right here? If I were to click on that, I can add different merge fields. It is pulling the data from the MLS listing. So beautiful new home in, and it says city, so it will pull whatever the city is on the MLS listing, just listed at, and it will actually populate the correct price that's from the MLS at that time. So if this listing undergoes any kind of like price adjustment and stuff like that, it's pulling it from the MLS. Okay. And so you can come down through here and choose whichever ones you want to use. If you want there to be specifics, maybe like number of baths, number of beds, you can choose that as well. So just choose whatever you want to have in your ad. Notice that when I hover over it, I also have two options here. The first is for emojis. You can definitely add emojis. If I click on that, it gives you some examples that you can use. You can also use the search feature at the top and just click on one when you're ready to use it and click off when you're done. The wand right here with three dots. This is your AI assistant. You can click on this and you actually have options to let AI help you write this. Okay. And so Desiree again with a great energy. She's all caps and an exclamation points in the chat. I love it. And so right here under change style, you have some options. If you want it to be a vibrant listing or emotional, you can choose either one you want. I'm going to go ahead and click vibrant to show you. It gets a little wordy sometimes, so you can edit that. You can put your cursor in here and remove it or delete or add to it if you want. But it does change the feel and the energy of this ad. So you can come back in here and choose more of an emotional option. Notice it's asking questions. There's exclamation points, okay? So come in here and choose the style that you want. And if you're not super happy with what it gave you on the first time, you can always hit suggest with AI on the right and it will generate another one. You can choose to write again. It will generate another one. Keep going as many times as you want. Again, put your cursor in here, start editing, add your merge tags if you want, delete what you want. When you're happy, just click apply. And now that we've done that, over on the right-hand side, you should start seeing this update on the top right above your ad, okay? Same with the headline. Ironically, the headline actually is below the image. So it shows down here at the bottom. You can come in here, you have the same emoji option, same the AI option. You can put as many merge tags as you want here, and just choose what you want to show. Okay. So go ahead and leave that. Pretty self-explanatory for the rest on the text. And then down here at the bottom, post lead submission destination. Where is your lead going to go once they click on your ad? So you can enter a URL right here to your right. This means that it is like a third-party website. We could come in here and type our website, scottleroymarketing.com, if we would like. Definitely recommend you hit that preview URL button to make sure you entered it exactly right. You can see it successfully took us to the website on a different tab. So I know that URL is right and working. You can enter a landing page. And guys, I know this says landing page, and technically by definition, a landing page is something separate from your website. It's a standalone page. However, in this context for a paid ad, a landing page is just think of a plain landing. It's just where that lead is going to land. Okay. It actually can be associated with your KW website. You could enter your homepage into your URL right here option, or if you choose the landing page, it's going to show you all the website pages that you currently have on your KW agent site, along with any landing pages that you may have had previously created before upgrading to the new KW site. Just remember those pages cannot be edited, but you can still use them as landing pages if you want to. So just choose whichever option you want to use. And the team app link, if you are on a team, this is an option that you may want to use. So it would direct the leads to your team website that's branded for you as an individual agent, making sure that when that lead comes in, it actually is automatically assigned to you as a team member and doesn't just go into the general pool of leads for your team. Okay. Down under lead settings. Now you can customize how leads are managed and tagged right here. You can actually have a tag automatically applied to the leads that come in from this campaign if you would like. You can even have them automatically started on a smart plan directly when they come in from this paid ad. If these leads are entering their information or clicking on your ads in the middle of the night, you could already go ahead and have them organized and tagged and also have them started on maybe like an introductory smart plan that you have. Maybe you have a smart plan set up to automatically email them and say, "Hey, got your information. This is who I am." Maybe has a quick little video in it. You can get as creative as you want, but just something to make sure you are making connection with that lead ASAP. Okay, so come in here and definitely set this up in your paid ads if you want to. It is optional, but we definitely recommend it. Okay. Compliance. It will go ahead and use your doing business as logo that you already have on your marketing profile. But if you have something custom that you want to add here, you can always choose custom and it will give you an option to go ahead and upload that from your media library. Okay. We're going to choose default for today and move on over to that second page where we're finalizing and publishing. Remember your preview was over here, so make sure that looks like what you want it to look like. And then we'll go ahead and proceed to last step. Goodness, it says I have an error. Hold on. I didn't have an error. Just going through it to make sure. Anybody else see something red on mine? It does not. I do not have an error on here. Hold on. Let me adjust something really quick. Let me tag it just to see what it's doing. I'm going to change my URL here for a second. I may, again, guys, this is a demo account, so I may have chosen like a something that it just didn't like from the demo. So bear with me just a second. I'm just going to try to see if I can push it through. All right, there we go. Okay. It didn't like the landing page I chose. All right, so over here on the second page, remember we did the intro details on the first, got a little check mark now, and we're going to finalize and publish our program here for step 2. So On the left-hand side, we're going to adjust our duration and our budget. And on the right-hand side, you will see your order summary, where it's going to run, what listing it has to do with, and also your preview. Okay. So right here on the left-hand side, duration, you have the calendar options right here. Just know, guys, it can take up to 24 hours to fully launch your campaign. And the reason why for paid ads is because that third party, that social platform like Facebook and Instagram in this count, they are going to preview that ad before they allow it to run on their platform. So it has to go through their approval process first, and it can take up to 24 hours to start actually launching out on those social platforms. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're trying to get it out here, especially if you're telling your clients that you're running a paid ad and they're over there hunting within the hour, wanting to know where their listing is showing up. Just let them know ahead of time, hey, I'm going to run it, but it might be 24 hours before you see it anywhere. So go ahead and choose the duration you want it to run for. Definitely recommend doing a few days at a time, guys. If you run an ad for just 24-hour period, you again just may not get the results that you're looking for. It does tend to trickle in kind of in a wave. So the first day you run your paid ad, you might get some traction. Second and third day, it starts picking up. Fourth and fifth day might start trailing off. Just to give you an idea of like the wave of traffic that comes in for that paid ad. Okay. So keep that in mind when you're choosing your duration, but you can make it for as short or as long as you want it to be. Down here under budget. Now, this is where you can set your total budget and it breaks it down to show you how much that is actually spent in a day. So you can come here and say you want to spend a little more or a little less. It's okay. You put in what you want to spend. Um, since we made our duration for as long as we did, putting in a 10-day or a $10 budget, did you see that it actually says I'm not meeting the minimum spend per day, so I need to change it because the minimum spend per day is $2 a day. Okay, so since we're doing 8 days, I could technically do, see if it'll adjust. Nope, it's not adjusting for me. All right, we're just going to do 50 bucks because we're here at the end of our class time just to make it easy. And the daily spend is 556 for that. So it lets you know you're maximizing your spend. And down at the bottom, your billing is right here where you would enter your credit card information and then click purchase now to run this ad. And that's how you would go through creating your paid ad campaign. And so it is 2 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and end the class. But again, if you're here with me live, I'm going to stay and help go back through these questions and get these answered for you guys. I know we had a question about the monthly subscription, so I'm going to jump into one of those as well and show you what that looks like really quick. But let me go ahead and end the recording again. If you're watching this back on recording and you have any questions at all or needed any help, you can reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com and we'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching.